of Yuli Gurriel to the Marlins?
Well, I think it'd be great for the Marlins. I think Yuli Gurriel has some left in the tank. I mean, he was the AL batting champ in 2021.
Right.
You know, I mean, this isn't that far off. Plays a nice first base over there too. This guy can hit, and like you said, Roflo, when the money time came in the postseason, he was back hitting. He's had great postseasons for the Astros. He'd be a great veteran guy in that clubhouse. It would be a great sign for the Marlins.
I mean, in their market, it'd be great. Again, I think Garrett Cooper needs to get every day at bats at first base. If you tendered him a contract, you believe there's some upside in him, you need to run that dude out and let him go. But maybe DHing, but then that means Soler has to play every day in the outfield. And the other thing, Case, I mean, they are really right-handed. The only two left-handed bats they've got is Chaz and Joey Wendell. The rest of their club is completely right-handed in every way, so a little bit easier to pitch to. They face guys with hard sliders going away from the barrel, and that club really struggles to score a run. Though it's a good fit, when you have a player that's played in so many meaningful games, you'd like to see him going into an environment to a team that realistically has a chance to contend for a World Series.
Yeah, what are those conversations like, Dan, when you float the idea of a player like this, as you said, who's been a frontline starter, who has played in some meaningful games, has gotten starter at-bats, and now, obviously, this would be a different role for him.
Yeah, they're hard. And Case knows that because, he's, 38 or 39?
38.
38 years old. Like, the Marlins are trying to add wins on the margin right now. They're trying to figure a way to improve their club because they have such good young pitching. But it's really hard to do that with veteran players because it could go one of two ways.
Yeah.
Even if he's a great guy, he gets into a bad situation, he may not be the kind of impact player that you once had. So it's incredibly important you vet the opportunity out to him up front, and you're completely assured that he's in the right frame of mind to be able to take advantage of the opportunity that you're offering him.
Yeah.
Not this late into the offseason, and guys don't have jobs.
Yep.
I mean, they're looking to take jobs.
True.
So as a club, you got to be cautious of, who are you adding to your mix at this point?
Yeah, Case, it sounds like a tough conversation has to be had with the player himself.
Yeah.
Right? He has to look in the mirror and decide, hey, this is where I'm at right now. Am I willing to go that direction?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One more tweet from John Heyman talking about Aroldis Chapman. Aroldis Chapman threw a bullpen for the Marlins today at Nova Southeastern University. That according to Alfred Alvarez on Twitter. So we mentioned this possibility earlier in the week, and we'll have to see if it proceeds further between Chapman and the Marlins. Up next, we'll be joined by Vaughn Grissom of the Atlanta Braves. What was his reaction when he heard Dansby Swanson wasn't coming back? And what are his expectations after a solid rookie camp?
Vaughn Grissom, job's going to be his.
That's a strong kid.
This kid is a stud.
Vaughn Grissom, headed forward over the monster.
He's the guy. Here are the keys.
Off the middle, Grissom gloves, 360, throws and got it. What a great play by Grissom.
Do they know how to develop players or what?
Wow. The troublemakers at it again.
This kid's got lightning in the bat.
Carlos Correa, Jeremy Pena all over again.
Yeah, you're doing something right when you get your own montage here on MLB Tonight. And joining us now from Orlando, where he's taking part in the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions, is Vaughn Grissom from the Atlanta Braves. All right, Vaughn, give us the scouting report. How are you hitting them on the golf course today?
Not too well, these two first holes, but we have a lot of turnaround time. So I'm looking forward to finish up these 16 holes and see what we can do because it's not going good right now.
Well, I have faith in you. If your baseball swing is anything like your golf swing, then you will definitely find your rhythm. Hey, I want to ask you, what was your initial reaction when you heard, in fact, that Dansby Swanson would not be returning to the Atlanta Braves?
It was sort of something I was kind of, I wasn't going to say expecting, but, it looked like it was heading that way. So it was something I kind of got to prepare myself a little bit for. So when it first happened, it was nothing really crazy. I try not to think about it, especially just so I can stay, humble, level-headed. And the jobs, some people always ask me you're going to be starting shortstop next year. And I say, hey, I don't know, man. I'm showing up to tryouts and just seeing what happens. So, it's just one of them things where I just felt like, it was just if the opportunity's there and the fit's right, then we'll make it happen.
Vaughn, you've been working with one of the best in Ron Washington, obviously one of the best infield coaches that we've seen. What have you guys been working on this offseason?
Just seems like we're just breaking it down, from point one, just slowing it down, everything. Just not really any specific plays, but like mainly just the pace of ball in general, But it's nothing crazy. Like, we're not doing anything out of the ordinary. But he just likes to slow down the game and just make the routine plays, just routine. And I've learned so much; it's incredible. You guys have no idea.
That's great.
Hey, Vaughn, it's Dan O'Dowd. Speaking of learning a lot, what did you learn from last year you think it'll help you in 2023?
Just obviously that team that we had was one of the best teams, that I could put myself out there to be on. That was an incredible team to watch, and just like the people we have on that team and the energy and just being out there with the guys is really fun to learn from. We got some veterans in Riley, Olsen, a lot of guys that have been around for a long time. Of course, Dansby, but just learning from those guys has helped my career 10 times.
Yeah, following up on the defensive questions. Hey, buddy, you can hit. Everybody should have those kind of hands to hit, and I'm sure you could hit coming out of the womb. You probably could hit for the first time you stepped up to the plate. But talking about the defense, that's going to be the question mark going into the season. From your own perspective, what are the keys for you to be able to be consistent defensively?
Just like you said, just feeling the routine play, and then not trying to do too much. Don't think about first, just catch the ball and then throw it. We've been playing baseball for a while now, so the only time you really mess up is when you speed yourself up, or thinking about other things instead of just taking care of what you got to take care of. So for me, I guess to sum it up, just taking care of the routine plays, and everything else will happen.
Vaughn, I remember first coming up to the big leagues, what a thrill it was. Do you remember at what point did you have that, hey, I'm in the big leagues moment last year?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks, and maybe I'm thinking probably the Mets, the Mets series. Once we were in, everything kind of settled down, from the buzz at first. But it really felt like, I was playing real big league baseball when we started to play the Mets and the series like that. But it was just more of a, from a competing standpoint, we're just okay, we're really in this now. So that's where the realization came in.
Hey, Vaughn, following up on Case's question, you were in Double-A. So, I'm not sure going to the big league was on your radar unless somebody had said something to you. So how did you get the news? And then what was your reaction saying that, hey, you're going to Atlanta?
Well, it was late at night, so it was real unexpected. Like you said, I didn't know Arcia or any of these guys that, gotten hurt or nothing. So it completely caught me off guard. And, I was in so much shock. I had a lot of emotions going on for a long time. It was hard to get back on the phone with the guys who let me know the great news. So it was a lot going on. So I was crying, I was just letting it all out. And it was real, but it was a great experience, and just like I said, a good opportunity, and we had to take the reins.
Well, Vaughn, you certainly took some people, certainly grabbed some headlines when you arrived at the big leagues, and you made your major league debut in the home run at Fenway Park, and you got the awesome bat flip to go with it. We're showing it right now. What do you recall about this moment? What was going through your mind?
Well, so I hadn't squared anything up to this point, and that's really all you want to do in the first day is just square something up. So I was going in and I was this guy's probably going to come right at you here and just don't miss it. And I was really trying to hit him back in the foot, and it carried a little bit more. So it was all I remember was contact. And then I remember it was like that Hattenberg moment where it just froze, and then, the rest is, happened history, I guess.
Well, it's certainly one of the memorable moments of 2022. We appreciate you joining us. Hit them straight, and good luck to you in 2023.
Thank you guys so much. Thanks again.
You got it. That's Vaughn Grissom of the Atlanta Braves. Coming up, Cease Fire. Dylan Cease talking contract extension. What would it take to get a new deal with the White Sox? We'll discuss when we come back.